All right. I think we rested for just long enough. I think it's time that we finish off this. Now, we've already gotten some decent loot from this place, but I feel like there might be more. That being said, the danger that this place poses is incredible, to say the very least. I don't actually remember which direction I came from. I don't think I've gone in here yet. There's a brewing stand in here. Ooh, there's also a chest. Nah, we have some decent things here. We definitely want this and that. Whoops. There we go. Now we have space. I think that we're generally safe in this area. I don't think we really need to worry about making noise. Apparently, hose can also fire bullets. I was unaware of this, but I guess in a real bizarre way, I guess it can make sense. There might actually be something up here. I find it hard to believe that the creators of this place wouldn't make additional floors for no reason. See, there we go. Wonder if we can see any. Is there any other areas? No. Looks like this is the only upstairs area. Blood splash. We have water magic now. Interesting. We are uncomfortably close to that. Surprisingly enough, though, we didn't make enough noise to alert them. But you know what? I'm not going to complain. Nor am I going to argue the fact. Not entirely certain why this, of all things, is here. But again, I'm not going to argue. There's a slime way over there. Ooh, more diamond. You do know that I love diamonds. And in fact, I think most people love diamonds. Every single time I think I'm going in an area that is pointless, I just so happen to find a little gift box. And I am more than happy to find them. I cannot remember what is in every single backpack. My, that's quite the cave system. There's a creature over there. I don't think we've encountered one of those before. What is this? What is this? Oh, what have we found here? Cave Compendium. I do not believe that we are meant to crawl through here. However, most interesting. There's a bomb on legs over there. In fact, there's a few. There's also a spider there. And a zombie, which appears to have seen me. That being said, I believe there's still a very generous amount of resources in that cave system. Or I guess in that city. They appear to be some form of tortoise. An ore tortoise, one could say. Interesting. Unfortunately, I don't think that we really have the time to be investigating them. All things have their place and their time, and I don't believe that now is the place or the time for those. Especially considering how hostile this place is. Which is ironic that I say that, considering there's not really anything that is happening here. In fact, it seems almost unusually barren in this area. I say that and then immediately come across some. I should probably block you off. Just in case. It is better to be safe than to be the fool who believes himself to be safe and then jeopardizes everything. Ooh, my. What a exquisite looking robe. Sharpness 1 Ancient Tome. I am aware that these are powerful artifacts. Most interesting. That being said, this isn't exactly the best place to be researching such a thing, so we'll look into it at a later date. That one did not possess as much reward for our risk as some of the others. Curious. Once again, I wonder why it is so barren of this threat, this skulk. Ah, most unfortunate. I might still be able to get to it. Oh, that is terrifying. I know where it is. Oh, they're right here. This appears to be quite dangerous over here. Oh yes, very dangerous. But perhaps it guards a fitting reward. That being said, I'm not seeing any of the noise producing problems that we oftentimes have here. They don't appear to like that. Surely there must be something here. Surely there can't be nothing here. It does appear that there is nothing here. Most unfortunate. I swear I just heard a blaze. I believe my mind is playing tricks on me, though. I don't think there are actually blaze here. This would certainly be the most unusual of locations to find such a creature. Oh, hello. Not the most lucrative of things, but certainly never hurts to have some extras on hand. That being said, I do wish that I had possessed fortune. I'd be able to get far more out of these diamond ores, but unfortunately we can't all have the things that we want. We've certainly gotten some good rewards. I would like to get more, but I can't complain with what we've already gotten. Honestly, it's more than we probably should get at this point. What a peculiar looking structure. Let's not mess with that. I remember those from my world. I believe they're called monster boxes. Nasty little things. They hold a plethora of creatures within them. They can pose an incredible threat even to a seasoned adventurer. What a bizarre structure. Unfortunate. I believe that was only our first consequence. First misstep. We did have one earlier, but I believe that enough time has elapsed where it's no longer an issue. Let these not be an issue. Everywhere. Unfortunately, we don't have good visibility. I can't place the torch without risking causing more issues. That being said, I've already caused quite a few. Unfortunate. There isn't a chest at the top of this tower. That being said, it will give us a vantage point. I wonder if perhaps we should fall back for now. We have alerted the creature twice, and I have no desire to fight such a thing as we are. In fact, I'm fairly certain we would not stand a chance against such a creature. That being said, greed may have been the fall of many a man, but it certainly does have a tantalizing, very tantalizing allure. What an odd place for mushrooms to grow. Let not the horrid abomination speak its vile tongue. Which is perhaps the weirdest way I could have said such a thing. There's a slime nearby. He's up there. Most interesting. It appears as though whatever this structure is, which I think I might have an idea, has been infected by the skulk. That being said, it also appears as though somebody built the structure inside of this city. Why one would choose to do such a thing, I'm not entirely certain. It certainly is a foolish thing to attempt to do. And they no doubt regret the decisions that they had made. Close enough to that one. Luckily, none of the screeching things were nearby. No, that's not a sound you normally hear. Not in this place. Hello, gold, my old friend. Didn't think I would see you again. Oh, hello. You are problematic. I believed it dropped a diamond. Oh, there are quite a few of you down there. I wonder if the screeching things are in here. Can these zombies alert them? Oh, now that is interesting. There. Now you are trapped in there. They continue to come forth. They must be coming from a spawner. You are problematic. That being said, this does appear to be a phenomenal way to get experience. I can hear one of the sensors being alerted in the background. They do in fact appear to be coming infinitely. Rather interesting. There must be a spawner nearby, if I had to guess. Being said, there is a fair amount of loot down there. How did you get up here? You come from above? You might have. Oh, your numbers have exploded. That being said, a horde of zombies is the worst thing that I have to deal with. That wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. Oh, hi. There's more of you back here. Well, that is unfortunate. Which of my backpacks held my other sword? There it is. Not everything that they give me is desirable. Did he pick up spider eyes? I do apologize, but children are not allowed here. There's a bomb on legs right there. The large glowing cube is certainly curious, to say the least. If nothing else, this is a phenomenal way of upgrading my armor by gaining more experience in using it. That's problematic. No. Does this give me experience as well? It does, and does not require durability. Most useful. You are problematic. Ah, he dropped his backpack. You are annoying. Corridor of flames. Ah, that works fairly well. Ah, and this even increases my armor. Whilst we will not be keeping this armor forever, we will eventually be upgrading it. That is nevertheless very useful for now. Especially when it costs me nothing, essentially, to do such things. Merely requires mana, and such things regenerate over time. Fortuitous, to say the very least. Ah, I believe I hear a nearby friend. I believe I'm also throwing these fireballs just a little too far. Well, that's too close. But at least it guarantees that they'll take damage. It is also handy that my own fire does not harm me. Oh, there is a goblin nearby. Hello, friend. It would be wise for you not to be nearby. I don't believe I used that the way this intended to. Oh my, that is problematic. I believe I've made this situation worse. And it unfortunately sounds like I hit the goblin. There's quite a few of you. How lucky it is that you aren't capable of reaching upwards. Necromancy. A very, very taboo form of magic, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't curious. Oh, you jump. Why do you jump? Well, it doesn't seem to matter now. Alright, I think we've done this for long enough. Whilst it certainly is entertaining to watch zombies die over and over again, I do believe that there are things that would be more worth our time. Severely limited. Spontaneous explosions. Rather interesting. Ah, spiders. That seems problematic. That being said, we've almost cleared out the entirety of this chamber. Most unfortunate. Attempted murder is not very nice. Well then. I guess we can all surmise which of the skeletons was considered to be the, shall we say, least intelligent of the bunch. Probably go and recover the torch. There we go. Now we can see. Ah, I did not see this the first time around. More golden apples. I will certainly never say no to such things. Now what caused the spontaneous explosions? Ah, diamond-plated archers. Perhaps that isn't the wisest course of action to be going in there. Especially when we have no form of self-defense when it comes to ranged enemies. We are incapable of wielding a shield, and for whatever reason, I've neglected the use of archery. Ah. It certainly does appear to be better than the one that we already possess. I do have memories of this place, and one particularly unfriendly feline. I do not believe this to be the way that we should be going. Normally, I'm not one to take such risks, but here we are. Ender Gem. I do not believe that that is the school of magic that I wish to pursue. Further up we go. Where this horror show will end, I don't think anybody knows. Yet more arrows, yet no bow. Let us not do such things. Whilst I am certainly confident in my overall capabilities, I would not say that I am that confident. Yet another trident. Curious. Ah, damn. This gives me bad memories. Memories I would very much prefer to forget. Alas, such forms of trauma are not so easily forgotten. And I would say that that was definitely trauma-inducing. However, that world is behind us. And hopefully none of the denizens that called it home are capable of following us. Yet another zombie. You appear to be stuck, my good sir. I apologize for that, but at the same time, I also feel no pity for you. These halls are incredibly dark. I go to maze. Ah, that's unnerving. Rude. Ah, good, and it spreads even further. The situation down here wasn't bad enough. It's now just gotten worse. still on the lookout for more of that cloth, so we can finally make the fabric that we so desire. Oh, I got some bone meal. I do not like the fact that they have down here. Silk? No. I, of course, would not be so fortunate. Ooh, that appears to be valuable. Very valuable indeed. And in fact... Ah, there we go. If we were to pair that, if possible, with an enchantment such as efficiency, the power of this pickaxe would be immense. Unfortunately, it is only iron, but I see very few situations where we would require a higher tier of pickaxe. Unless we were to have to deal with something that is made of obsidian or on a similar hardness level. Which, once again, seems relatively unlikely. Unfortunately, we are unlucky once more. What did I just see there? Some flash of red. Bizarre. Perhaps it's time for me to take a bit of a rest. It appears as though my imagination is causing more problems than normal now. And I fear what that may mean for us in the future. Oh, hello. I so do to test mazes. That being said, the spawners appear to be far up above. It would be wise to keep our heads raised. An Enderman. Most curious. I wonder if perhaps there are other chambers that this maze may lead to. It is one of the only reasons why I continue to go further and further into it, rather than simply falling back. This does not appear to yield anything. Perhaps then the middle road. They'll show us what we desire. Hello up there. You appear to be stuck. Not entirely sure how to help you, nor am I entirely certain that I wish to help you. Here we go. Armored, fire-wielding skeletons. Most terrifying. Unfortunately, this appears to be a dead end, with little to no loot whatsoever. That being said, this bone structure is rather remarkable. Yet another confused spider. Unfortunately, we're trying to heal our own health, and all of the healing is going straight to the sword. Now I see why my health was not recovering earlier. Most troubling. It also does not help that bread is perhaps not the wisest form of food. Ah, hello. Yet more gunpowder. Yet more arrows, and no bow. Troubling and obnoxious in equal parts. The creature advances. Unfortunate, but also fortuitous. Whilst we may have alerted it, it has given us valuable information, and that is that we have gone long enough where such a creature is no longer incredibly aggravated with us. Ah, yet another one of these ore rooms. Ooh, you are a problem. Problematic indeed. You are nothing more than an annoyance. Spiders. Quite a few of them. Oh my. Oh. Most painful indeed. Ah, this enchantment will be very valuable to us indeed. Wait, where did the gold go? There it is. Be able to so easily and quickly destroy any block that we encounter that may require destroying. Fortuitous to say the very least. It does appear that our primary sword is significantly stronger than the other sword we possess. Rather interesting. Wonderful bounty. I do not know where this sensor is, but it makes me nervous. A slime. I wonder what such a creature is. It goes even farther and farther. Oh no. Yet another one of these zombies. Armored and diamond. Exceptionally dangerous too. This is bad. Very bad. You do understand how to get to me. He appears to be resilient to fire. He appears to not be able to figure out how to get to us this time. There we go. Threat is gone. The slime appeared to be interested in me as well. I was curious. Many slime balls. That was incredibly dangerous. These bombs on legs are becoming problematic. Let us hope there is not yet another one of these diamond-armored zombies that possesses overwhelming power. Oh, quite a dangerous room. Finally. We have discovered what we have been looking for. Most wonderful. Now it's just a matter of finding a way out once more. I suppose we could simply create a staircase going up to the surface. That would probably be the easiest option available to us. Most unusual. Ah, yes, this pickaxe is incredibly valuable. To be able to go through such a strong stone such as this with barely any effort whatsoever. That being said, we can simply just punch the stone rather than wasting the durability of the pickaxe. I oftentimes forget the boons that we possess. Now up to the normal stone. Oh. Ow. I was definitely not expecting to find yet another chamber. Ah, that was painful. Wait, have we not been here before? I believe we've been here before. No, this area, maybe. Ah, we have been here before. Curious that we managed to come back. Ooh. What have we just discovered? Whatever it is, it appears to be in very plentiful supply. Most curious. Perhaps there is something that we can do with this substance. Or perhaps not. I suppose we'll just have to wait and see. For now, though, I believe it would be best for us to leave. Strange, we're encountering this deep slate once more. I'm not worried about going back and never finding that city underground once more. In fact, I'm quite confident we can find it again. We accessed it inevitably from the surface. So, if we can merely find the hole that we dug down, we can find the entrance to that ancient city once more. Perhaps this time we are actually reaching the stone layer. Oh. Well then. Most curious. This gulk appears to be this high up as well. I wonder, how close are we to that ancient city? There are an enormous amount of screechers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in total, just within my field of view alone. Perhaps we find a different direction to go. I have no interest in summoning the creatures. That being said, we are still quite far underground. I say that we go as high as we can and continue digging. As boring as it may be, it is our only way of getting out of here. Ooh, I'm even capable of mining ore. Most interesting. A curious area. I hear yet another one of those goblins. I do not know where he is, but he does appear to be nearby. Must admit, this is getting rather dull. I'm hoping that I'm nearing the surface, and I'm also hoping that I'm nearing the outpost. That being said, we do know how to get back to the outpost. We possess our compass. Well, one of the two. Ooh, there's a water nearby. That could prove to be rather dangerous, considering the method that we are using to mine our little staircase to the surface. But it also could potentially mean that we're near the surface. Although I doubt that, given we haven't found dirt yet. Surely there can't be that much farther to go. I'm honestly quite impressed. That is an incredibly far distance, and we've yet to actually encounter the surface. that gives me rather concerning flashbacks. I don't like that. Old habits die hard, I suppose. I suppose, as one might say, you can never be too careful. We've yet to encounter any of the entities from the old world, but that doesn't mean that they're not potentially lurking around any corners. Yet more iron. At the very least, this will allow me to stretch my legs for just a moment. Surely we have to be getting near the surface by now. I vastly underestimated just how deep underground we really were. Coal? While certainly valuable for its experience, I don't believe that we particularly need coal. Surely by now we must be at the surface. Unless we're digging through the middle of a mountain. Well, then that's rather concerning. No. That's rather bizarre to find. Why would we encounter snow? Especially underground. This could be problematic. Coarse dirt. I'd assume that if we go in the direction of the dirt, we would hit the surface in very short order. Ah, we finally have. And we are, in fact, on the side of a mountain. in a place that I do not recognize. Where in the name of all that is holy are we? Where is our compass? There we go. The load compass that'll take us back home. Home to the outpost. That being said, I believe that is an adventure for another time. I am rather tired now, and I think that it's time to rest.